All right. Here we go. Football day in America getting going. It is Sunday. Colts going into Houston for this game, and this is going to be a good one. All right. Unfortunately, Drew Ogletree is inactive for this game, was chosen to be inactive. They're just playing it safe, it seems. So coming to this one, we're not going to have him, but we do have Big Q and we do have Kylan Granson. So that's good news there. Coming to this one, we also have Zach Moss, which is a massive deal, man. That is going to be massive for the Colts in this one, being able to run the ball. Somebody that can actually hit the holes. Zach Moss. Earlier this week, I said he had 20 plus carries in the last game against Houston. It was 18 carries for over 100 yards. Had a really good game against Houston. So really hoping that he can replicate that. Really hoping that AR can take care of the ball and we can pull out this win in Houston today. Now, outside of that, other games to talk about, right? Let's talk about the division. All right, the Jaguars are playing the Chiefs today. That is going to be a massive game, not only for the AFC as a whole, but if you think about where Jacksonville is, right? And the fact that they're supposed to be kings of this division. We almost got them last week. They ended up winning, right? They're 1-0. So if the Chiefs can win that game, Jaguars will be 1-1. And if the Colts can beat the Texans, then we'll be 1-1, right? And we'll be right there. Now we go against the Ravens in week 3. That's a tough game, but looking for just this week, if we can come out of this tied for the division lead, that'd be great coming out of week 2. Another division team coming up is the Chargers going to play the Tennessee Titans, excuse me. And this one, this is one where I think it's upset alert. Vrabel's a really good coach. And Brandon Staley is a great guy. Like, if you listen to him talk, he's intelligent. He's a good dude. But Vrabel's a better football coach, at least a better head coach. And that Tennessee defense, better than a lot of people give credit for. So I honestly think there's a good chance Tennessee comes away with a win in that game. Now, it is the Chargers. And even though they're without Austin Eckler, they still have Mike Williams. They still have Keenan Allen. They still have Quentin Johnston. So I think they're still going to be able to put points on the board, especially with Justin Herbert throwing the ball. Joey Bosa is going to be playing in this game. So honestly, this one, it could go either way, but I think people are underestimating the Titans, right? Week 1, Tannehill did not play well. DeAndre Hopkins is the new weapon in this offense, and they were kind of trying to force feed DeAndre Hopkins, which didn't work out, right? He caught 7 of 13 passes. Again, Tannehill had 3 interceptions. So it wasn't a great day for the Titans overall, but I think they'll be able to keep the points off the board against the Chargers. For the most part, the Chargers are going to score, but I don't think they're going to be, scoring 30 points in this game, which is why Tennessee will have a chance. And Tennessee's also going to have a chance because the Chargers can't stop the run. And Tennessee has Derrick Henry. So they're going to run the ball a lot. I expect him to run the ball a lot, and he's not the only running back they're using now. So they're going to run the ball a bunch on the Chargers, try to minimize the effect that Joey Bosa can have, try to minimize the mistakes that Ryan Tannehill can make. And they'll, make those adjustments because, again, Vrabel is a good football coach. So overall, again, I'm picking the Titans for the upset in that one. Then you start going outside of the division, right? I think the Jags are going to lose. I think the Titans win that game. And I think we win. That covers all 4 teams in the division. Go outside of that. Start looking at different games, right? I'm looking at the Lions and the Seahawks. I'm paying a lot of attention to the Lions this year. I think they're a team that could honestly get into the Super Bowl. I really believe they could get to the Super Bowl. So I'm paying attention to them, seeing what they're doing. And they're going against Seahawks today, who did not look good in week 1 after being like the surprise team of 2022. So looking to see kind of what both teams are going to do. I felt like Geno Smith was probably going to come back down to earth week one. It sort of looked like that. But they have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet. Like they have so many people. And I just don't believe in Geno Smith is what it comes down to. Led the league in completion percentage last year. I get it. I just don't believe in Geno Smith to be that guy. And so in this one, I'm going to be taking the Lions. I think the Lions defense is very improved. They did a lot of work on the secondary, although they are missing a couple guys in that secondary after week one. But I do think that the pass rush is going to be able to get home. I think they're going to be able to force Geno to make some mistakes. And all in all, I think the Lions come out of this one 2-0. I've heard some opinions that were different, but in my opinion, they're going to come out of this 2-0. Another game that's going to be interesting to watch for me is going to be the Giants and the Cardinals. Really interesting game right there, right? Because of what we expected from both teams coming into the season, and then what we saw from both teams in week one. And the fact that they play each other is very interesting because, the Giants, I mean, some people were saying they weren't going to make the playoffs. In my opinion, like, I think they're a playoff team. So coming out getting 40 nothing in week one, like, not what I expected, right? Probably the worst showing of any team in week one easily. And then the Cardinals came out and surprised people, right? Even though they end up losing that game, they were much more competitive than I expected them to be. And do I think the Cardinals can beat the Giants? Like after what we saw in week one, certainly there's a way that they could come out and beat the Cardinals. But and I don't know. That's a tough game to call, man. Like I think I'm gonna go with the Giants just because they should win that game. They're supposed to win that game, like yeah, I'm gonna go with the Giants. I took the Cardinals to go 0-17 this year. I still believe that there's a good possibility that that happens, and I think the Giants, bounce back. Daboll's a good coach too. I believe more in Daboll as a coach than I do in Jonathan Gannon. So go ahead, give me the Giants to win that game. But here we are. Looks like we're coming back from commercial break. This game should be kicking off in just a couple minutes. About to be 1 o'clock. And, with Laramie Tunzel being out of this game, um, that's really good for the Colts, right? Like, and not only is it Laramie Tunzel out, I saw a note that 4 of the starting 5 offensive linemen that were supposed to be the starting offensive linemen for the Texans this year are out of this game. So I mean, the way our defensive line looked last week, like there's a chance CJ Stroud is under duress pretty much each and every time he drops back. And you know what? As a Colts fan, I'm cool with that. Growing up, it was all about the offense. The Colts always had good offenses, and the defense, like we had, Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, right? We had guys that could get after the passer. We had Bob Sanders on the team for a while and Antoine Bethea, right? We had some guys, but those defenses were always ranked, 22nd and lower pretty much every single year, except for the one time Bob Sanders actually stayed healthy. And then they were the best defense in the league. But um, it's exciting to have a good defense. I'm a guy. I played linebacker. Growing up. Well, growing up, I was bigger than all the other kids, so I'd have the stripes on my helmet, and I didn't get to really do anything except for play offensive and defensive lineman for a while. But I was a linebacker kind of guy. I really enjoyed playing linebacker. So when it comes to football, I appreciate good defensive football, and I love the fact that the Colts defense was looking nasty after week one. Hey, what's up, Tyson? Yeah. I'd noticed last night, right before I was going to bed, excuse me, that the Chiefs released Darius Rush and waived Darius Rush. I think it'd be really cool if he ended up back on our practice squad. Guy that I feel like his intangible, like the physical tools are there, right? He just got to be coached right and got to be coached up. And we'll see if that's something that they end up doing. I'm going to look more into that and see who's on the practice squad, and we'll definitely be talking about that because I do think that that's something that the Colts should be looking into is bringing Darius Rush back into the fold. But after week one, I liked what I saw for the most part from those outside corners. Even on that touchdown pass where DJ Baker got scored on, uh, I thought it was good coverage. It was just an amazing throw by Trevor Lawrence, a really good catch by Zay Jones. So all in all, I was pleased with what we saw from the secondary last week. Most of those catches that Calvin Ridley was getting down the field, like those were like in zone, and he was just catching it in the spaces of the zone. Like that's not on any one person really. That's on the defense, like what defense they're running. So we'll see what happens. They're going to run a lot of zone with the guys that they have out there. Like that's just what they're going to do. Kenny's probably going to be playing some match coverage. But I do believe in this secondary. But they're going to be tested today. The Texans have Nico Collins, Robert Woods, and John Mechty, who John Mechty missed all of last season as he battled leukemia. He also missed week one. So he's making his NFL debut today, which is a pretty cool story. The fact that he's coming back, he's an electrifying player, man. If you saw anything of him in the preseason, he is a very good player, and he can be a problem. And then, Robert Woods has been around the league a long time. Nico Collins is a name that a lot of people might not know, but he's really good, man. Nico Collins is really good. So we're getting set for kickoff. Gonna turn this up. I hope you guys can hear it. If this is too loud, you guys just let me know. Here we go. All right. Opening kickoff goes to the Colts, and it is a touchback. So offense is coming out onto the field. All right, let's go. Let's go. Zach Moss in the starting lineup. Coming out in the gun once again. We're probably going to see a whole lot of that today. First play's going, and it's a completion in the middle to Michael Pittman. He fumbles. The ball was out of bounds. Okay, Michael Pittman Jr. fumbled the ball, but it did go out of bounds. Yeah, that was a good punch out. Ball was definitely out. We'll see if this was out. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to call that. They could review that. They could not. I honestly think that it was the right call on the field. The Colts keep the ball, but first play of the game, you got to take care of the ball, man. Got to take care of the ball. Coming up here, it's another pass play. That one almost an interception. Gets knocked away. Was intended for Michael Pittman right there. It's now going to be 2nd and 10. Third snap going screen pass here out to Josh Down. Or I'm sorry, that's Isaiah McKenzie. That's going to set up for a 3rd and 4, I believe it is. Nice little screen pass there. Nice job by Isaiah McKenzie to squeeze to the outside and be able to pick up some yards there. All right. First third down of the game. The Colts did not do well on third and fourth down last week. They've got to do much better today. Hopefully we can go 1 for 1 on this drive so far. 3rd and 3. Pass complete. Kylan Granson, middle of the field, gets a first down to the 45 on the Texans side of the field. Let's go. And they were running the hurry up here, getting back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Nice. Nice little run here. Nice little run. Okay. First run of the game goes for 4 or 5 yards right there. I'm sorry, 3 yards. 3 yards on the first run of the game. They're running that up tempo again on 2nd and 7 here. Another run play. He keeps it on the option, Anthony Richardson does, and he picks up another 3 yards, setting up a 3rd and 4 here near the 40-yard line on Texan side of the field. And they're running right back to the line of scrimmage again. This is 3rd and 5, second third down of this drive, right at the 40-yard line. Josh Downs in space. Looks like he picked up the first down. If not, he is right at the sticks. They did give him the first down. It is 1st and 10. The Colts are 2 for 2 on 3rd down in this drive. We talked about that being one of the keys to victory in this game, and that's going to hold true, man. Got to be able to pick up those 3rd down, and the Colts are doing a good job of that right now. All right, 1st and 10. Another run play. Gets about 2 yards on that one. So for what it's worth, even though we're not breaking off big runs, what we're doing in the run game, it looks better than what we were doing in the run game last week, which is great news. Excuse me. All right, 2nd and 8 here, inside the 35-yard line. Going with the pass play. This is a screen to Mo Alley Cox. Mo Alley Cox picks up a first down, trucks a guy over, and we're going to be inside the 20-yard line. Great job, Mo Alley Cox. And that's what he can bring you, right? He's not the most phenomenal athlete on the field, but he's a big old dude, and he can catch that ball, and he can get going with it. Quentin Nelson with a great block. Ryan Kelly getting downfield with a great block. Good job by these offensive linemen to get downfield, especially the guys that we expect to be great. Then Quentin Nelson with the push at the end. Bernard Rain helping with the push at the end. Getting down to the 18-yard line for the 1st and 10 here. Coming out, it's another pass play. Nope, Anthony Richardson keeps it, runs it. Anthony Richardson, touchdown, untouched. 18 yards for the first touchdown of the week. Dance your dance, son. Let's go. Colts up 6-0 early in this game. 10:44 left to go in the first quarter, and we get the early score and on the board. Let's go, man. Let's go. Offense making it look easy. 2 for 2 on 3rd down, and the amazing play right there by Anthony Richardson. Let's go, man. That is a beautiful play. Let's go, man. 7-0 Colts early in this game. Anthony Richardson untouched. That's what you want to see. Your quarterback being able to run the ball, and he's untouched. Let's go, man. Let's go. Tyrell, what's up, buddy? Yeah, great drive, man. They made that one look easy for real. Like that's what it's scripted plays, right? The beginning of the game, got to give it with a grain of salt sometimes because they're scripted plays. But if they can keep that momentum going, if they can keep that execution on point, we're going to be good in this game, right? Because now they're going to have to respect Anthony Richardson's rushing ability. That could help open some things up for Zach Moss. And then when they have to worry about Zach Moss and Anthony Richardson running, that's going to open up the deep shots where they have two backup safeties. So that's what we're looking for to happen here. Abuse the run game until you're able to take that deep shot that you want. Hey, what's up, Dad? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. We talked about earlier this week about how, T.Y. Hilton used to dominate the Texans. It would be real nice if Anthony Richardson took that mantle, right? Right now, NRG Stadium is the house that T.Y. Hilton built. Okay, that needs to turn into the house that Anthony Richardson built for the next 20 years. That's what I want. Just absolutely dominate Houston, give them no chance against us for the next foreseeable future. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to get score updates from around the NFL during these commercial breaks, especially for these division games. That Jacksonville game in particular is one we're watching. We could be tied for the division if we beat Houston and the Chiefs beat the Jaguars. So, really hoping that we're able to get some reinforcement there from AFC foe. All right, what are we looking at here? That Kansas City Jacksonville game is still 0-0. Here we are with kickoff once again. I will keep an eye on the other games. And the Colts special teams stop the Texans inside the 20-yard line. And that there is why so many teams are just taking the touchbacks this year. There's just no reason to bring it out anymore. All right. It's our first chance to see CJ Stroud this year, unless you watched their game against the Ravens last week. This is going to be interesting, man. I'm somebody who, I think CJ Stroud is immensely talented. So see what happens here. Run play here, and we're going tackle for loss, big time loss on the first play of the game for the defense. What a job to get a bunch of penetration. And that's the left tackle that's in there for Laramie Tunsil. Josh Jones got pushed straight back into where the running back was right there. So great job by the defense. This is going to be like 2nd and 15. That was way in the backfield on that one. Great job by the defense to start this game. That's kind of what we expected, though, right? Our defensive line should have their way today. Coming up, it's 2nd and 13. Going with a little RPO pass play there. Set themselves up with a 3rd and 5, I believe it is. All right. First 3rd down of the day for this Colts defense. Last year, they were one of the best 3rd down teams in the league. See if they're able to get off 3rd down once again. All right. Snapping the ball. And we're getting the sack. Quick sack on this one. It looks like the ball's out. I don't know if he was down or not. I do believe they're saying he was down by contact, and it's 4th down, but the Colts do get the sack to end this drive. Great job. Who was that? That was the newcomer, Samson Ebukam, getting to CJ Stroud very quickly on that one. Oh, that ball is out. If they review this, the ball is out, and Quiddy Pay recovered it. The Colts should get the ball back here. The challenge flag is out. The Colts are going to get the ball back in plus territory. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Love that. Already scored a touchdown. Defense getting the ball back. Let's go, baby. Pure domination. That's what we predicted this week was pure domination, and that's what's happening so far in this first quarter. Okay, we're not even halfway through this first quarter. It's all Colts right now. And guess what? We're about to get the ball back, score another touchdown. Right? It just feels like that. This is what today's going to be. This is what today is going to be. We're just going to have a good time spanking the Texans all day long. All right, and this feels good. The Colts haven't won the division. I know my dad used to give me the division winner shirts every year. Bro, I haven't gotten one since 2014. Okay, I want another division winner shirt. We need to get it done at some point, but Houston's a big reason why I haven't gotten one of those shirts. So anytime we can spank up on Houston, I'm cool with that. Just like we did in 2018. Sorry, these commercials are going. I forgot to mute the commercials. That's my fault, everybody. Uh, but 2018, back when we started the season 1-5 under Frank Reich, and then Andrew Luck and the team won 10 straight games, got into the playoffs, then went into Houston in the first round of the playoffs and beat them 21-0. But even still, we didn't win the division that year. So I want my division t-shirt. Excuse me. I'm going to go get some water real quick, everybody. All right, we are back. They are coming back with this game. Yeah, and it's pretty clear that the ball was out right there. Pretty clear that the Colts recovered that one. So the Colts will be getting the ball back on this possession. All right. Starting here at the 15-yard line on 1st and 10. Oh, that was a great little QB sneak. And Anthony Richardson gets in for his second touchdown of the game. Another untouched touchdown. Takes a little hit when he gets into the end zone, but great job. Anthony Richardson, 2 rushing touchdowns in the first 6 minutes of this football game. Our guy is built different, baby. Anthony Richardson is here to stay, and he's going to terrorize the Texans all day long. He's going to terrorize the Texans his whole career. Let's go, baby. Let's go, man. Great job by Kylan Granson was the lead blocker on that one. There was one guy to beat. He got enough of them to be able to get Anthony Richardson some space to get into the end zone there. So that was just a great play design. So what happened on that one, if you're not watching the broadcast yourself, was Anthony Richardson snapped the ball, and I believe it was either Josh Downs or Isaiah McKenzie. They look the same when they're running on the field. Came sweeping behind, and it looked like he handed the ball off. I thought he handed the ball off, but he kept the ball, went sprinting out. Kylan Granson was in front of him, and he went. So here we have the kickoff. The Texans get this kickoff out past, looks like about the 32, 33-yard line. So better kickoff return for them this time. Now we're going to see how the Texans answer on this one. How does CJ Stroud and this offense look? And unfortunately for CJ, again, I think he's a really talented player. Like, I'll sit here and talk trash on the Texans. CJ Stroud has a lot of talent. He's a really good football player. And it's unfortunate for him that, like, he's going to get abused today. He just doesn't have the offensive line in front of him. But here on first down, they're running the ball, gets hit in the backfield, but is able to push it up for 1 yard, I believe that was. Dameon Pierce, also a really good player, played with Anthony Richardson at the University of Florida and had a really good rookie season for the Texans as a running back, 1,000-yard rusher on a really bad football team last year. Has a chance to do it again. But they're going to need to get some of these offensive linemen back. That's really the big story for them. So here we go. Second down, another run play. And Dameon Pierce just fights forward, ends up falling forward for about 4 yards there, setting up a third and manageable. Wow. So the offensive linemen that are out for the Texans, they have 4 offensive linemen on the IR plus Laramie Tunsil missing this week. And that's crazy. 4 of their starters plus a backup center. They are in trouble on the offensive line. So third down here, 3rd and 4. Pass rush almost gets home, but he gets it out. Man, you got to make that tackle in the middle of the field. Dallas Flowers missed a tackle. That was a big gain for CJ Stroud there in this Texans offense. I believe that's John Mechty right there. It's number 12 for the Texans. Going hurry up here, no huddle. They're now in Colts territory at the 39-yard line. CJ Stroud, quick out, picks up another first down there. I believe that was Robert Woods that time. Oh, no, number 3, I think that's Tank Dell. Yeah, number 3 is Tank Dell. I'm going to be learning some of these numbers along as we go here. I know the names on the team. I just didn't know enough to know the numbers. John Mechty's number 8, so the catch in the middle of the field was not John Mechty. Here we go. 2nd and 1 here. That last play was not a first down. Almost get to CJ Stroud, but he's able to throw it away, throws it out of bounds. It is now 3rd and 1 for the Texans here. Colts are doing a good job of getting pressure, though, man. They're making them uncomfortable. They're making them have to get off of his spot. Tyquan Lewis almost gets there. Eric Johnson, I believe that was, almost gets there. And Grover Stewart's the one who's hanging on him as he goes to the ground. So Colts defensive line doing their thing, man. They're getting after it right now. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Looks like he does get enough push for that first down. A little direct snap to the fullback. Okay. Really not a bad idea right there, right? It's basically what, the Eagles offense is on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. Jalen Hurts is basically a fullback at quarterback. All right. Texans here at the 23-yard line at 1st and 10. It's a pitch play to the left. Colts push it all the way out. Looks like a 3-yard gain, maybe 4. Dameon Pierce did a really good job pushing that one all the way to the outside. Zaire Franklin had a really good angle and made him push straight east and west rather than north-south, but he was able to get around that, turn the corner, and dive forward for a couple yards on his way out of bounds. That was a 4-yard gain. Texans coming up here on 2nd and 6. Now inside the 20-yard line. Ooh, quick pressure by Kenny Moore out of the slot. Makes C.J. Stroud throw a bad pass here to Robert Woods. That was incomplete. Great job, man. C.J. Stroud had no idea what to do when he saw Kenny Moore coming in, man. Kenny, lightning out of a bottle, man. He came in quick. Man, great job there. Dial up the blitz at the perfect time. Set him up with a 3rd and 6 right here. CJ Stroud has already been hurried 3 times. He's been hit a couple times. That's what you want to do, man. Keep the quarterback under duress all day. Pocket closing in, but that pass is complete, but short of the first down. Depends where they mark it. They could mark that 3rd and 1, or I'm sorry, 4th and 1. Might be 4th and 2. Yeah, they're going to give that 4th and 1, and it looks like the Texans are going to go for it here. Probably a QB sneak. No, they're handing this off, and they did get it. They did get enough for the first down there. That's a little too easy for the Texans. You can't make it that easy on 4th and 1. They're going to do that all day if they get into 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. All right. Texans setting up 1st and 10 here. See if they're able to get into the end zone from the 12-yard line right now. Coming out, handing the ball off, getting stopped at the line of scrimmage. He just got popped. I believe that was EJ Speed with the play. Great job right there to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And EJ Speed, I believe, was the highest graded linebacker in the NFL last week. So, great first week as a starter in the NFL. And so far here, doing his thing. Right now, he's getting pulled out. I assume they're putting in a heavier package. Maybe they went with a nickel package here. Yeah, it looks like they went nickel for this play. Oh, I can't tell if that was offsides or false start. That could go either way. Yeah, I do think that was the Colts. Oh, yeah. Taekwon Lewis with the neutral zone infraction right there. All right, well, makes 2nd down easier, right? You went from 2nd and 11 to 2nd and 6 here. Unfortunate having penalties like that, especially in the red zone here. They're now at the 8-yard line, going with the pass play here. Come on, get there, get there. Nope. He's got plenty of time here. He's rolling out, throws toward the end zone. That is incomplete in the back of the end zone. Too high for Robert Woods right there. It's going to set up a 3rd and 6, and he just had all day to throw right there. Okay, that makes sense. They just had 3 double teams on the 4 guys that were rushing. So, never mind. It's not really the defense's fault they couldn't get pressure right there. I kid you not. They had 7 people blocking 4 guys on that play. Just to see that happen right there was that's how concerned they are with what we're doing right now. So coming into this, huge 3rd down, 3rd and 6, snapping the ball. CJ Stroud throws to the end zone, and that is a touchdown. Nico Collins just in between 3 or 4 guys right there, but nobody close enough to make a play on it. That's too bad. Need to see the defense tighten up in the red zone. I don't know. I'm not a fan of zone defense in the red zone, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, he's just EJ Speed was right next to Nico Collins, but he was looking at somebody else in the coverage. Yeah, that's film study right there, understanding the coverage that the defense is running in the red zone and setting up the perfect play for it. They do get the extra point. It is now 14-7 Colts. So that's all right. You don't expect the defense to be perfect, especially in the NFL, right? Offenses are going to put up points. Just hope, I'm somebody who, man, in the red zone, you got to tighten up. I know a lot of people, like to, like, if you watched Colorado, a lot of people watching that Colorado game last night. In that Colorado game, they were running, they ran a lot of cover three in the red zone. I understand it because you're getting guys in spots and covering different parts of the field, but good offensive minds can scheme that up, right? You can find your way around that with what you do with different guys and the kind of personnel that you're running. There are ways around it. This is where when you get in the red zone, you just got to have best on best and have your guys be better than the other guys. That's what I believe. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not, right? It's the NFL. Guys are going to make plays, but I just believe, especially inside that 10-yard line, the red zone, like if you're at the 20-yard line, gives you a little leeway, right? Cover two's a little more appealing at that point. Cover three a little more appealing. When you start getting to the 10 and in, that's where I like man coverage a lot. There's not a lot of space for the offense to operate, so take advantage of them not having space. That's the one thing that you can control as a defense in that situation is the fact that the offense doesn't have as much space to maneuver and operate. So, that's what I believe. I feel like that's why people run zone is because they don't have space to operate. So maybe I'm thinking about that wrong, but I just think man coverage. I'm a fan of man coverage for a lot of different reasons. So as we look here, we're on commercial break. Going to look around the league here, start seeing what these scores are. Let me refresh my page here. Need the Chiefs to be winning their game, need the Chargers to be winning their game. That's what we're looking for today. NFL.com is taking all year to load that Kansas City game. 2:55 left in the first quarter, and that is still 0-0. Jacksonville has the ball. That Tennessee game, 1:08 left in the first quarter, and the Chargers are up 3-0. Other games around the league, Buffalo and Las Vegas are tied. Baltimore's up on Cincinnati 7-0, and Detroit and Seattle are tied 7-7. All right. So there's the kickoff for the Colts getting the ball back. Anthony Richardson is the first Colts player with 2+ rushing touchdown in the first quarter since Edgerrin James, November 21st, 1999 at Philadelphia. So Colts 1st and 10 at the 25, starting with the pass play, looking for a shot maybe. Throws it out, uses his left hand to throw it away right there. I love that. Good decision by the quarterback. All right, showing a highlight here. Justin Fields putting the Bears over the Buccaneers 7-3 on a little rushing touchdown from the 2 or 3 yard line for them. All right, 2nd and 10. This is where I think we need to start running the ball, man. Make them fear that run game. Yeah, there you go. Give it to Zach Moss. Zach Moss gets up for 3 yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 7. All right, this is where we see the growth of the quarterback, right? It's where we see is Anthony Richardson, is he going to be able to get it done? They're only calling that a 2-yard gain. I saw 3 yards, but whatever. This is a 3rd and 8. Big time down here. Can't let the Texans keep momentum. We got to hush this crowd up a little bit. 2 for 2 so far on 3rd down in this game. Let's see what the offense can get done. Incomplete to Kylan Granson. Looked like it was just a little high right there. Let me see what this throw looks like. That just came in hot, man. Like, can't really blame Kylan for not getting that one. It wasn't in the perfect spot right there. It was in a pretty good spot. Kylan could have had it, but Anthony Richardson throws so hard, man, so hard. So that one tough to gauge. They might throw a flag here. No, I think they're saying he was blocked into the kick returner. Tank Dell's running off. Might have had knee-to-knee contact right there. We'll see what happened. I don't know if you could hear right there. The Colts on that punt, they collided. One of our guys collided with the punt returner. Looks like they did not throw a flag. I believe he was blocked into the returner, but the returner was Tank Dell. And Tank Dell, the rookie wide receiver, who's had a lot of hype in training camp in the preseason, he just limped off the field. We'll see if he's able to come back into this game. Okay, so let's go keep an eye on these other games around the NFL. I guess we pretty much touched all the games that are going at the moment. Atlanta's currently up on Green Bay 3-0. Who would have guessed of all the over under for the Colts Texans game was at 40.5 and then 39.5 pretty much all week. And at the moment, this is the highest scoring game in the NFL. Outside of Thursday Night Football, of course. Man, so still not a lot happening. Nobody has scored that Tennessee game. They're going to the second quarter. 3-0 right now in that one. Kansas City, Jacksonville still 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. That Ravens Bengals game is going to be one to watch, man. I'm surprised that they're not only up right now, but they're up and they have the ball back. Like, what's happening with the Bengals, man? Right now, the Ravens really that good. I thought their defense wasn't going to be great this year, but they held the Texans to 9 points last week. The Bengals so far have 0, and the Bengals are, generally not very good early in the season with Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow. So we'll see if that, looks like that trend is continuing, at least up to this point. But we are coming back to this game. Oh, it was the Texans player himself that ran into Tank Dell. But Tank Dell is on the field right now. It's 1st and 10 for the Texans at the 34-yard line. We getting pressure real quick, and he's able to throw this one away. Oh, he went to throw it away, and it actually didn't even go out of bounds. He just threw right to a couple of Colts players, but Darryl Baker wasn't able to get to the ball in time right there. Man. Through that. Man, that was so close. Almost an interception there. It's 2nd and 10 for the Texans here. Dameon Pierce, a pitch to the left. Good job by the defense to get out there for that one. Going to be 3rd and 7 for the Texans here. Believe this is going to be right at the 40-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. This is the 37-yard line. Okay. 3rd and 7 from the 37. Defense, let's see if they can grab a 3rd and out here. 3rd and out would be huge. Oh, we're getting the blitz early. Let's go, baby. EJ Speed on the blitz. Another sack for this Colts defense. Getting off the field. That was, maybe a half a second sack right there. Holy cow. EJ Speed was flying right there. Sheesh. Untouched through the gap. Dude, Gus Bradley's calling a great game right now. For the most part, man, calling a great game. I love what I'm seeing from this defense. 4th and 16. They're backed up on the punt. That sack was huge for field position here. Nice. Fair catch at the 32-yard line for the Colts. 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wow. Anthony Richardson's 40-yard dash is quicker than Justin Jefferson, or the same as Justin Jefferson, but quicker than Justin Fields, Bijan Robinson, and Christian McCaffrey. That's ridiculous. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Colts. Handing it off to Zach Moss. Zach Moss with a nice little rush here to get 4 or 5 yards on 1st down. That could be the last play of the first quarter right there. We'll see. They're up tempo. They might try to push one in here. They might try to just get them off sides. Oh, they got him. They got him. They got him to jump. They really just jumped. DK Metcalf, questionable return for the Seahawks. They called Quentin Nelson for a false start. Wow. I don't know why they just gave the Colts a penalty. What is that? He very clearly he just jumped twice. He just jumped twice. And they gave Quentin Nelson a false start? Okay. I don't understand that one. That's all right. We'll bounce back. That's one that this offense is not going to be happy about. They're going to be mad about that one. Run the ball as soon as you come back on 2nd down. Run the ball right behind Quentin Nelson and Ryan Kelly. That's exactly what I'm doing if I'm the Colts right here. Come back in the 2nd quarter and run it down their throat. All right, everybody. Get in that comment section. How are we feeling after quarter one? Up 14-7 right now. Mostly good from the team, right? The Colts offense had a 3 and out, right? But we've scored twice. Defense got a turnover, a couple sacks, but they gave up a touchdown. How we feeling, everybody? All right. Looking around the league right here. Looks like Green Bay is in the red zone right now, down 3-0 to the Falcons. Jacksonville, that game is still tied 0-0, but Jacksonville has the ball in the red zone. Tampa Bay down 3-7 to the Chicago Bears are also in the red zone. Chargers have the ball up 3-0 against Tennessee in the 2nd quarter. So that's what we got going on around the league. Buffalo is up 14-7 with the ball right now with 12-10 in the 2nd quarter. Baltimore still up 7-0. They have the ball in the 2nd quarter. And the Lions and Seahawks are tied, actually, 7-7. But again, DK Metcalf is questionable to return with a hip injury in that game. So it could hinder things for the Seahawks. I already thought the Lions were going to win. I definitely think the Lions are going to win now. And they have the ball right now as they're tied. All right, coming back in the 1st quarter. Anthony Richardson was 5 of 8. CJ Stroud, 5 of 9. Anthony Richardson, 50 yards. CJ Stroud, 58. But Anthony Richardson also has the 35 rush yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. CJ Stroud threw a touchdown in this game. It was his first passing touchdown of his career. Richardson to throw, and that is an incomplete pass on 2nd and 10. All right, looking at 3rd and 10 here. Need to not have another 3 and out. All right, got to help the defense out. Can't have the defense on the field too much. So we need the offense to convert this for themselves and for that defense here. It's a big-time 3rd down. We got Josh Downs on the outside, Michael Pittman on the inside here. Was that a completion? Are they saying he caught it? I believe Josh Downs does get the completion for the 1st down. Great throw, great catch right there by Josh. Late flag. Dude, you got to be kidding me. That was the latest flag. I mean, they didn't let us know on the broadcast at all. Braden Smith, once again, getting beat. Gets a holding call right there. It is now 3rd and 20 for the Colts. See if they can pick this one up. Nope, this is a screen pass. They're just forfeiting. We get another flag. That's great news. See what this one is. See if it is against or for us. Hope that this ref crew doesn't start getting crazy. Braden Smith with another pin. Like, come on, dude. Trade Braden Smith, man. Do something. Trade Braden Smith for another right tackle somewhere. Give up draft picks. Braden Smith is washed, bro. He is washed. Got that big old contract and has been all downhill ever since. Come on, bro. What's this guy doing? A big time punt by Rigo here, but there's plenty of space to return it. Gets out to the 30-yard line or so, 29, 30-yard line. Texans going to be starting their drive right around that area. Wow. Texans have 27 new players on their roster this year. That's a lot, bro. More than half of the roster changed. All right, no commercial break here. Big run on 1st down, gets another 1st down here for the Texans. Pushes them out past the 40-yard line here. But that's really – we got Quiddy Pace sitting now.
Still sitting in the turf here in Houston. That was an 11-yard run, good enough for a 1st down. One of the more impressive runs of the Texans this year. We'll step away for a moment.
Hope Quiddy's all right, man. Really hope he's okay. My apologies. I keep forgetting sometimes turn down those commercials. All right, so let's refresh, see what around the league is doing here. Jacksonville was in the red zone. They went up against the Chiefs 3-0. That game, very low scoring so far. And I had seen coming into this week that it was going to rain in Jacksonville. I'm not sure if that's the case right now, but that would definitely Be a good reason why that game is so low scoring up to this point. Green Bay put up a touchdown on Atlanta. That game is now 7-3. Buffalo gave the ball back to Las Vegas without scoring. Cincinnati scored in their game. Seemed like they scored quick. I wonder, that must be a defensive touchdown if I had to guess, or special teams. Baltimore has the ball again. Seattle has the ball. That game's 7-7 with the Lions. Tampa Bay now up 10-7 on the Bears. The Chargers are still in the red zone against Tennessee. That game's still 3-0. Really need Kansas City to start doing something, man. Tell you what, need this Colts offense start doing something in the pass game, right? Outside of Anthony Richardson running the ball, hasn't really been much going on for us. A couple passes on that first drive. We need to see more of that. Kwity Paye standing over on the sideline. Looks like he could be all right. He's standing next to the other guys. Maybe just cramping up. Anthony Richardson's walking to the locker room. What is that about? Okay. Texans here on first down, 1st and 10. I don't know what's going on. They just said that Anthony Richardson flagged the doctors. So there's something going on, but he was walking to the locker room. As a defense on this play, the defense tips a pass. That one was close to being an interception. Man, good play there by Dallas Flowers to get his hand on that one. I mean, Anthony Richardson was walking to the locker room. He looked fine. I can't understand what could be wrong. So we're getting pressure, an incomplete pass here on 3rd and 9 from the Texans. Colts defense gets off the field. Now we're going to see Gardner Minshew. I can only hope that we'll see Anthony Richardson again. All right. Texans punting the ball from the 40-yard line on their side of the field. See what the Colts get in terms of field position here. Punts it to the 24 and gets tackled immediately on the return. Man. Like, I really wonder what it is for Anthony Richardson. Like he if you're watching the broadcast, like you saw it, he looked like he was walking off the field just fine. I don't understand what it could be, right? Like concussion symptoms, but is there anything that maybe he could have gotten concussion, like getting hit going into the end zone, right? On the last touchdown run. Was it something from that? But the Colts had a series after that. So interested to see what's going to happen there. Not going to continue to speculate. I'm just going to continue to sit here and hope, panic a little bit. I'm not going to lie, I'm panicking a little bit. I really hope he's okay. Hope he's able to come back. Hope it's nothing serious. At the end of the day, I just don't want it to be a serious injury. But Gardner Minshew, we've seen him plenty of times in the league. He's a good enough quarterback, one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league. So, it's not like it's a terrible deal having him come in. He's just not Anthony Richardson, not as fun to watch as Anthony Richardson. But I got to say, probably throws a more catchable ball, honestly. Anthony Richardson throws freaking lasers. So as we look around the league here, looking in the division first, that Jacksonville game, still 3-0. Jacksonville has the ball back now. And the Chargers did score a touchdown and went for 2 and converted. They were up 11-0 on the Tennessee Titans right now. So Tennessee looking like they're going to in danger of going 0-2 right now. Looking like they're in a very tough spot. Doesn't look like there are. Oh, yep. Baltimore scored a field goal and they have the ball back already. So it's 10-7 in that game. They have the ball. And those are the only score changes so far. Now I have Gardner Minshew. See what he can put together, man. In his career, he has 62.7 career completion, 44 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. We'll see if he can get the job done. Starting at the 24-yard line, here's the offense. First one out, quick pass. Alec Pierce finally getting a catch. This one goes for 8 or 9 yards. Yeah, he's being evaluated for concussion. So if they do that, that means he's automatically out. I don't know what their process is for that, but whatever, man. Hopefully he's able to come back. I hope he's okay. It's 2nd and 2 here for the Colts. See what Gardner Minshew and this offense can put together here. Running it on 2nd down. This one gets a first down. Good job to keep the legs moving. Ends up with 5 or 6 yards on that one. Great job. Yeah, so it was on the hit that I was thinking. When his head snapped back, that's exactly what I thought they might, But the good thing is that he's wearing the helmet that's designed for quarterbacks for when they take that shot, it lessens the blow. So we'll see what happens there. He'll probably get held out because that's the way the concussion protocol is. Here on this first down, Colts getting called for a false start on Kylan Granson. All right, 1st and 15 for the Colts at the 32-yard line. Going to run here. Moss doing a good job keeping the legs going. Great job, man. Getting up to the 40-yard line from the 32. It's so nice to have Zach Moss back, man, truly. All right. Let's see what happens here for the Colts coming up. Colts already have 60 rushing yards, 35 of that's Anthony Richardson. 2nd and 9 for the Colts. Floating one wide open. Will Mallory down the field. Will Mallory all the way down to the 18-yard line. Let's go. Great pass. Great job by both guys there. Excuse me, everybody. Man, he was wide open, man. Wide open. Why can't guys be that wide open downfield when Anthony Richardson's in the game? Come on. Now, to be fair, Gardner Minshew knows his offense better because he's been with Shane Steichen for a little while. But here on first down, another run by Zach Moss doing a great job. Gets up for, I believe that was 7 yards right there for Zach Moss. Might have been 6. They've been spotting us a yard short all day. We'll just say it's 6. Oh, no, they did mark us a yard short. Okay, it is 2nd and 3 right here. Giving it back to Moss. Moss about to walk in for a touchdown. We're just walking in for rushing touchdowns all day. Zach Moss getting in another Colts touchdown. Is 21-7. The Colts put up 21 maybe 3 or 4 times last year. We've already done it twice this season. We've done it in the first half of this game. The Colts get on the board once again. Let's freaking go, man. We are absolutely dominating the Texans right now. Great job by the Colts. Let's go, man. And I know we're winning right now. I'd really like to see Anthony Richardson get back into the game. Again, hope he's okay. That's the main thing, right? We hope he's okay, but I'd really like to see Anthony Richardson play. Waited all offseason to see him play. I'd like to see him play. Because, boy, if the narrative after this game is going to be, two starts and he can't finish either game, that narrative is going to get real loud. No free ads, no free ads. Keep forgetting to turn that down. All right, so as we look around the league here, it looks like the Titans did score in their game, and they have the ball right now. And the way this is, they might just be kicking off. Not seeing their play-by-play right now, but it does have the little dot next to them. But they did score a touchdown against the Chargers. That game is 11-7 right now. Jacksonville, that game hasn't moved much. That is still 3-0. Might be something going on with the Jacksonville game. I think that's the same time that it was the last time I looked at it. Detroit scored in the game against the Seahawks. That game is currently 14-7. Cincinnati has the ball back, down 7-10. Buffalo has the ball in the red zone, up 14-10. And Green Bay has the ball back, up 7-3 against Atlanta. Oh, and then the Bucks. I just skipped right past that Bucks game, didn't I? Yeah, the Bucks are up on Chicago, 10-7 still. Chicago has the ball. Man, I'll tell you what, a couple of these games are going pretty quick, man. Got the Buffalo game, they're going under 4 minutes. That Detroit game, they're under 5 minutes right now. A couple of these games are flying by, man. Colts, Houston, and Jaguars, Chiefs are both at 9 minutes, 40 seconds, right around where I'm seeing it at least. So a lot of close games so far, man. Outside of this Colts game, a lot of close games so far this week. Kind of what I expected, though. There were a lot of tough calls this week when I was going through trying to pick games in my weekly pick 'em on the ESPN Fantasy app. Some of these were really hard to decipher what we were going to do. All right. That scoring drive was 6 plays, 76 yards in 2 minutes, 48 seconds, which was set up by the big-time play down the field to Will Mallory, wide open. And it's good to see that we're able to get those explosive, sometimes somebody wide open like that. But as people start to get film on Will Mallory, he's not going to be so wide open all the time, right? So we'll see if we can continue to replicate that as we go through the year. But great to see that it's working in this game.
Stroud did, so did this Texans team. Scoring affair.
So I'm wondering if you're watching, if you're able to hear the broadcast, like the actual broadcast, let me know. Here for the Texans on first down. It's 1st and 10, going play action. He's looking downfield, finds a guy in the middle of the field. That is Nico Collins once again for 15 or 20 yards right there. I like Nico Collins a lot. I mentioned him at the beginning of the broadcast. If you weren't around, Nico Collins is a guy that you don't hear about very often. They have Kenny Moore playing on the outside on Nico Collins, actually. This is a pass. Another first down. Yeah, they have Kenny Moore playing on the outside. Okay, so they just have him playing on the outside. That was Tank Dell that time on the outside with Kenny Moore covering him. I just noticed that. Yeah, that's a new development for the Colts is having him out there on the outside. They did that a little bit last week with Kenny Moore, but they put him back in the slot. So we'll keep an eye on that, see if that's something that continues as we go forward. All right, as we have an offsides here, 2nd and 1 for the Texans. Oh, no, they might call that. No, okay, that was a neutral fraction. Okay. The ref's flag was like 5 yards in the backfield on the Texans side. I thought it might have been a false start, but that was neutral zone infraction on the Colts right there. All right, so it's 1st down for the Texans. See if they can capitalize here. Need the defense start standing strong. Got the offense starting to get near midfield. Texans are now at the 43-yard line. Snapping the ball. Ooh, got good pressure there. There was good penetration up the middle if that was a pass play. But for what it was a well-blocked run play. Don't blame the defense for thinking they were going to pass the ball. Devin Singletary's in the game. You think they're going to pass. So, excuse me. I'm sorry. Good little run play right there by the Texans. It's now 2nd and 5. Colts defense coming up. Need them to get that penetration again. Keep this offense under duress. Got the Texans now at the 30-yard line on the Colts side of the field all after that run play. And Dameon Pierce just does such a good job of always getting those extra couple yards, where there's no yards to gain at the end of the run. He'll push it forward for a yard or two. So coming up, 3rd and 3 here for the Colts defense. This would be a big-time stop here. C.J. Stroud at 3 of 4 for 41 yards and a touchdown on 3rd down. This one, Nico Collins. Once again, we are not tackling. I don't know if that was Dallas Flowers again, but just bouncing off of the receiver right there. Offense getting called for an illegal formation. That one's coming back. It looks like we have somebody walking off the field after that one. Looks like EJ Speed who missed the tackle right there. Number 45 just led with his helmet. Didn't even try to wrap up. He led with his helmet. Luckily, that one, there was an illegal formation. That comes back for the Texans. It's now 3rd and 8 for the Texans. Colts catch a huge break right there. Texans from the 35-yard line. This one downfield. Good throw by C.J. Stroud to Robert Woods down the field. That is a 1st down for the Texans on 3rd down. That's just finding the space in the zones. Zaire wasn't in terrible coverage, but you don't want to see Zaire Franklin covering Robert Woods. It's not a matchup you like. 19 yards. The Texans are now operating from the 16-yard line on 1st down. See if the Colts can hold up and force a field goal here, up 21-7. Dameon Pierce on a 1st down run gets about 5 yards here, sets up a 2nd and 5. Under 6 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter for the Colts and Texans. Looks like they're switching their package. They're putting some taller receivers in, a bit of a bigger package so that they can run, pass the ball high. See if they decide to run man coverage down here. Oh, they got a big package in right now. We are in 13 personnel for the Texans. See if the Colts can match it. From the 11-yard line, 2nd and 5, another run play. Colts doing a great job. A tackle for loss. Depends where they mark it, but that is going to be one. I think that's going to be a 1-yard loss. Going to be 3rd and 6. Dameon Pierce. Okay, looked like Dameon Pierce was limping. There was a little bit of pause there from me. Looked like Dameon Pierce was limping, but I think he's fine. It's 3rd and 5 for the Tech. That was a tackle for loss. He got popped a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but it's 3rd and 5 now. Home field refs, man. Home field refs. 3rd and 5 for the Texans. Big third down here. Big third down with the pass. Overthrow to his receiver. It's 4th and 5 for the Texans. Great job putting pressure on CJ Stroud, not giving him any room to step up in the pocket on that throw, and he sails it over his receiver's head, coming up with the field goal attempt here for the Texans. Great job by the defense. Who was that? Samson Ebicom, man. He was a guy that I wasn't sure about because I didn't hear about him, right? When you think 49ers defensive guys that, rushing the passer, you always think Nick Bosa, right? Eric Armstead. Those guys didn't hear a whole lot about Samson Ebicom. So he's doing a great job so far this year with the Colts in the run game and the pass game. Puts pressure on CJ Stroud once again. He already has a sack in this game. So great job here. Great job here by Samson Ebicom. Really like that investment paying off so far for the Colts. All right, so looks like this is going to be a quick commercial break here. See if we can quickly pull up these other scores around the league. There's 4:25 left in the second quarter right now. Right now, Tennessee is down 14-7. Jacksonville still up 3-0, but they have the ball. Other than that, doesn't look like anything has changed. Tampa Bay, Chicago is tied 10-10 now. Cincinnati, Baltimore is tied 10-10. Here we go. Texans about to kick the ball off here. Oh, man, I forgot about that rule. Oh, my goodness. I forgot about the new. Anthony Richardson is in the concussion protocol and is out because if you ever even think about going into the concussion protocol, you're out. Whatever. We're good with Gardner Minshew. We're good with Gardner Minshew, baby. All right. All right. Screen pass here to Kylan Granson. That one gets stopped for a 1-yard loss. Then again, the way they've been spotting things for the Colts in this game is, oh, no, it is a 2nd and 9. They did give us the yard. Okay. Okay, so I wonder if the concussion happened, and then on the drive after, Anthony Richardson afterwards noticed that he wasn't feeling right, and that's when he said something. I could see that being the case. So here we go, 2nd and 9 for the Colts. Under 4 minutes to go. This is a run play to Zach Moss. Gets up to the outside. I believe that was a 4-yard gain there. It's so nice to have Zach Moss running the ball this week compared to what we saw last week. Actually being able to see where the openings are. So we get a 3rd and 4 here. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Come on, baby. This will be a big time pickup here. Big time pickup at the 31-yard line. 3rd and 4. Minshew rolling out a little bit, tosses it up. Great pass, great catch by Josh Downs for a 1st down for the Indianapolis Colts. Great job, man. That's what you need Josh Downs for. A guy that knows how to separate, a guy that knows how to get away from guys and has the quickness and that innate ability to create just enough separation. Does a great job getting into space. Great job by Gardner to find him there as the Colts run it on first down. And Zach Moss, once again, just bouncing off of guys, being able to get upfield. Gosh, man, this is so nice having him back. Gets another 6-yard gain right there. Sets up 2nd and 4 for the Colts coming up on the 2-minute warning. Think they're just going to let this one run. They're still in the huddle at 2:10. So coming up, we're just going to let this one run down. Huh? No. Look like they might try to steal a snap. They do not. They run this one down to a 2-minute warning. All right, so got Gardner Minshew the rest of the way, baby, but we're up 21-10 at the 2-minute warning, and we're driving. We'll see if we can finish this drive off, get up 28-10 going into the half, see if we can start sailing our way to the finish. And the good news about the concussion protocol is that, Anthony Richardson was at least good enough that he was able to come back into the game, right? So hopefully good against the Ravens next week. We'll see what happens there. It'd be really exciting to have Lamar Jackson and Anthony Richardson play against each other. That's what I hope we see next week. But so far, so good with Gardner Minshew. Again, he throws a more catchable ball, right? Anthony Richardson just throws with so much velocity. So Gardner Minshew, he'll throw some passes up that'll hang up there and make us nervous, but he knows where he's throwing the ball, and his balls don't come in with as much heat, so he can get the ball to guys. And I like Gardner Minshew, man. I think he's a good quarterback. So right, like if you were around during the offseason to hear me talk about Gardner Minshew, you know how I feel about Gardner Minshew. He's a good quarterback. He's just not Anthony Richardson. All right, so let's refresh these games as all the games are starting to come up on or be at halftime, kind of see where everybody is here. All right, Tennessee, they are under a minute to go in the first half, down 7-14 against the Chargers, but they have the ball in the red zone. Baltimore also has the ball in the red zone with less than a minute to go against Seattle. That game is still 10-10. And no score changes from the other games. Tampa Bay, Chicago about to go to halftime 10-10. Buffalo, Las Vegas about to go to halftime 14-10. As we come back here from the 2-minute warning. All right, let's go, Gardner. Lead us down the field, baby. It is 2nd and 4 for this Colts offense from the 48-yard line on Colts side of the field. See what we can cook up here. I like a run play here. Nope, they're going with a pass. Minshew looks like he's taking off, gets 2 yards here, gets up to the 50-yard line. Going to be 3rd and 2 for the Colts. Texans call timeout. I believe that is the first timeout they are using. Yes, it is. All right. It's not 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and 3. Of course it is. It's 3rd and 3 here for the Colts from the 50-yard line, even though we were just at the 48. Okay. See if we can pick up the first down here. Gardner, nice little throw there off the back foot to Michael Pittman Jr. Nice job all the way around, picking up another third down here. That is great job. Great anticipation. Pittman Jr. just running away from his guy. You love to see that. Getting another first down. All right. Got a 1st and 10 on the Texans side of the field from the 42-yard line here. Got another pass to the outside. Zach Moss being able to get out of bounds for 8 or 9 yard game, depending on where he stepped out right there. I told you guys 8 or 9. Okay. The way, if you've been watching the whole time, everything I tell you, just every time I tell you something, just subtract a yard. Just know we're subtracting another yard. There's a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 here for the Colts. 1:15 left. Throws another one to the outside. This one incomplete. Michael Pittman Jr. not able to corral that one. Could have been a better throw right there by Gardner. Not terrible, but certainly could have been better. It's 3rd and 3 for the Colts. 1:12 to go here in the second quarter. And at this point, with us having Matt Gay, he's usually really good from 50 to 60. So I feel good about us in field goal range right now. But so far, we're 4 for 6 on 3rd down. It'd be nice to see us pick up another one right here. Here we go, snapping the ball. Went exactly where I thought he was going with the ball. And Will Mallory with a good catch right there. Good throw by Gardner Minshew. Picks up another first down here as we are now under a minute to go. All right, snapping the ball here. Under 50 seconds. Gets it to the outside. Michael Pittman Jr. picks up another first down, baby. From first down to first down. Now we're watching this replay. I'm glad we're seeing this because the whole last play I was watching Will Mallory, and I thought it was a terrible decision to throw there, but he threaded the needle, man. If you're not watching the broadcast, Gardner Minshew just with an absolute dart to Will Mallory just threaded the needle between two guys. Will Mallory with a really good job to concentrate on that one and bring that one in for a touchdown. So we're setting up inside the red zone. We're at the 18-yard line for a 1st and 10. This one is just thrown into the dirt right here. There was nothing there. And those are the kinds of plays where Anthony Richardson, if he doesn't see it, he's taking off and trying to create something. That's the difference in quarterbacks right there. But Gardner Minshew, smart play. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to run anywhere and make a play when you don't need to. And he's not taking any time off the clock trying to run around right there. So there's 44 seconds left right here. 2nd and 10 for the Colts at the 18-yard line. They've done a great job managing this drive. See, this is a quick pass out to, I believe that's Zach Moss. Yeah, that was Zach Moss. I believe he picked up 2 yards right there. Colts are taking a timeout right there. Interesting decision. I get it if you're Shane Steichen, you trust your defense enough to stop anything crazy from happening before the half if you have to give the ball back. Great job. I don't know if you can hear the broadcast, but mentioning the fact that we're a balanced offense is helping everything. Yeah. Being able to run the ball is great. 3rd and 7. Here we go. Snapping the ball. Got pressure coming, but Josh Downs catches the ball. Josh Downs gets a first down. Great job to make 2 guys miss and get a first down there by Josh Downs. That is exactly what we've talked about all offseason, all preseason. Josh Downs, those are the things he can provide. Now we're under 20 seconds. 1st and goal. We have 2 timeouts. We're not taking any. Going outside. Oh, Kylan Granson almost had a touchdown. Reached out for it, but we're at like the 1-inch line right now, but he goes out of bounds with 7 seconds left. That is not a touchdown. If you're watching the broadcast, let's just be honest. That was not a touchdown. Very close. So that's about as close as you're getting to hitting the pylon without hitting it. But I really didn't think Minshew was going to throw that one. He waited so long to throw that to the outside, but the corner never looked. He was just watching Granson. So they're saying he might have broken the plane. They're going to have to show a different angle. The angle that I was seeing, it looked like it looked to me like it was, literally that far short. Very literally that far. I'll try to put this closer for you guys.
Is the ball breaking the plane? You can see the feet are in bounds now, that full extension. All that ball has to do is break that front edge of the goal line. Think of it as a plane. And then we just have to see, do we have a shot down the line, which I think we do, and it's really close. But I
after
just breaking the plane.
Yeah, this is the best angle, Dean. Here, as we can see it again. I know you have a monitor there, and that. Yeah,
Dean, it's
okay.
on this one.
I see what they're saying. Okay, when Kylan Granson was going out of bounds, his foot did not drag out like I thought it did, and he did reach out over the goal line. I do think they're going to call this a touchdown, everybody. Wow. I was wrong. It looks like this is going to be a touchdown. Colts. Gardner Minshew getting a passing touchdown. Man, Pearman, they're trying to show the goal line replay. One of the Texans defenders is literally taking up the entire shot of the goal line and the pylon right there. So we're just sitting here waiting for, here they come. It is a Colts touchdown, 28-0 going into the half, baby. Let's go. Gardner Minshew coming in and architects 2 scoring drives. Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew, both with 2 touchdown drives in this first half. We are absolutely dominating, bro. We are dominating. Let's go, man. The vibes are great today, baby. Woo! Gotta love spanking the Texans, baby. Love spanking the Texans. Boy, everything everybody said about our offense, dog. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm starting to feel real good about us. I'm starting to feel real good about us. We played real well against the Texans last week. And so far through 2 weeks, last week wasn't perfect, right? The offense only puts up 14 points, but we saw some good, we saw some bad last week. What I've seen this week, man, I know the Texans have some key injuries, but we're, dominating the Texans right now. And the only drive that hasn't looked good was the drive where Anthony Richardson was still in the game after getting the concussion, right? So just a great job all around, bro. All 3 phases are doing great. Obviously that touchdown drive that the defense gave up, there were a couple of big plays there. There have been a couple of chunk plays in the past game for the Texans, but outside of those chunk plays in the middle of the field where they're just finding holes in the zones, hasn't been really too bad for the Colts defense today. So far, Colts defense has 2 sacks in this game. They're just – I can't tell you enough how much I love the fact that the Colts have a good defense. Okay, so Texans taking this one to the locker room, just taking a knee. Love to see it, man. Love to see it going up into the half with a 28-10 lead, man. Love to see us be able to get over 40 points. Colts in the first half. have 90 rush yards, 170 pass yards. Texans have 36 rush yards, 93 pass yards. We're in total yards 260 to not even 200 for the Texans there. But the Colts have 5 penalties. They got to clean that up, man. Good football teams don't commit penalties. They got to clean up the penalties. Like, ordinarily, you're not going to win games having a bunch of penalties like that. But the Colts are not turning the ball over. They forced a turnover, scored a touchdown quickly afterwards. So, they made up for it there, but can't be having turnover penalties. Can't be having penalties. Okay. Let's do one more review of the situation real quick. See what the division teams are doing as everybody's starting to go into halftime. I can't believe we're up 28-10 right now. After last year, like seeing 28-10 on the scoreboard is crazy. Just can't have 33-0 happening to us. That would be crazy. All right, so let's go through the league here. Looks like everybody, all the 1 o'clock games are currently at halftime right now. And Kansas City is up 7-6 on Jacksonville. Game way more low scoring than a lot of people thought. I did take the under 51.5 for that game. So there you go. That's why you pay attention to the weather report. I actually haven't tuned into the weather, but I did hear that Jacksonville was supposed to have a lot of rain today. Tennessee is currently down to the Chargers 14-10 at halftime. I actually picked Tennessee to win that game. So in terms of being correct, I would like Tennessee to figure it out and win that game, but wouldn't have been surprised if Tennessee lost that game. So they're currently down. Totally fine with them winning. Always love to see a Titans fan cry. Tampa Bay currently up on Chicago 13-10. That game about as close as I expected it to be. Green Bay, Atlanta also about as close as I expected it to be. That game's 10-9 at halftime. Buffalo starting to pull away from Las Vegas a little bit. That one's 21-10 at halftime. And Detroit actually not pulling away as much as I thought they would. That game is 14-7 at halftime. And then a game we're looking at for next week. We play the Ravens next week, and the Ravens are currently up at halftime 13-10 over the Bengals. So that is what we're looking at halftime throughout the league. As we go through halftime, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of music here, okay? I'm going to go take a bathroom break. You take a bathroom break. I'm going to get a little snack, right? I'm going to do my little thingy thing during halftime. You do your little thingy thing during halftime because my bladder's about to explode, dude. So I'm going to hop up. You guys do your thing. We're going to be back here to continue to watch the Colts absolutely stomp the Texans in the second half. So please come back. Have a good time with me in the second half, all right? See you in a little while. Like this one. I think you guys will like this other one better. Dance pop, daydreaming kind of stuff. Yeah, you guys will like it. All right, my apologies, Colts Nation. We are back here. Texans drive is underway. It is 3rd and 13 right now for them. And they get the pass to Nico Collins in the middle of the field for the first down. Took a little too long. Eat my little snacky snack. My bad. All right, 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for the Texans. They run the ball, get about 2 yards. Agumbawale running the ball there instead of Dameon Pierce. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just seeing all the comments. Monk, if you're still here, AR is out with a concussion, my brother. He his second rushing touchdown, 2nd and 8 here from the 44-yard line. Got another run play. This one goes for about 3 yards, going to set up a 3rd and 5. So Anthony Richardson on his second rushing touchdown, he was untouched, and then as he was crossing the goal line, one of the guys hit him. And as he fell back, he, whipped his head back, hit his head off the turf. And, luckily he has the helmet that is specially made for quarterbacks in case they take that impact. So he could be okay, going forward. But we'll have to see what happens as we have 3rd and 5 here for the Texans from the 47. Getting pressure, CJ Stroud steps up, but it is short by a yard. This is going to set up a 4th and 1 right here. They're trying to point forward. That is definitely a yard short. They're definitely going to go for it because they got it earlier and got it with ease. We're going to need a good push from the guys up front. There's a chance that they do a quick pass here. I'd like to see press coverage. I'd like to see oh no, this is definitely a run. QB sneak. CJ Stroud just pushed up the field. I think they're saying they're calling this a touchdown and they're going to review it. I don't know. His knee never hit down. Ooh, can't tell if it hit. Oh, yeah, he's definitely down. He's way down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, CJ Stroud very much down. But to continue on the Anthony Richardson thing, he went back into the game after he took that impact. But I think after, in that series, if you go back and watch that series, I think you can see that he was struggling a little bit. Yeah, Tyler, if you're still around, buddy, yeah, look different with Minshew. That's for sure. Like the passing offense is definitely working a lot better with Minshew, right? Which I think is expected. I feel like the game plan for Anthony Richardson early on is to get the ball out of his hands quickly. It's been a lot of what it was in week 1, a lot of what it is in week 2. He's looking a lot to the right side of the field too. That's something that he's been doing. We need to see him, take his progressions from right to left. You need to see him go left more. But he's taking the quick reads. But I wonder if that also has something to do with the pressure, right? The amount of pressure that comes in, but also some of that pressure comes in because he's a rookie quarterback that's holding on to the ball. A lot of quarterbacks get caught holding on to the ball at times. So, he's just going to have to, keep progressing through that. But it certainly looks different with Minshew in the lineup. And I think that's as expected, right? Minshew's been in this offense for a while now. So he knows exactly what to expect. He's an on-field coach for all the guys that are still new in this offense, and he can get guys going. He knows all the different checks, right? So Minshew knows the offense better. And having Zach Moss back definitely helps. Zach Moss in this run game is really getting going. They were definitely getting going there in the end of that second half for sure. So, having that balance there is going to help the offense as a whole. Right now, at some point, I expect the offense to start looking the same with Anthony Richardson, but we'll have to see that develop as Anthony Richardson develops, as the rest of this offense develops in the new offense. And you also got to think this is Anthony Richardson's first real road game, right? They were at home last week. He's on the road this week. Houston is notorious for being one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. So it's no surprise that there could have been some issue when we get to the past game. So again, that's one of those things. We're on the road in Baltimore next week. If Anthony Richardson is back, it's going to be another test. Baltimore is always a very loud stadium. So going to be another big test for Anthony Richardson in the offense if he's back next week. Yeah, Tyson, I'm thinking the same thing. I think it was an obvious late hit. I thought that while I was watching the broadcast. I thought it was no doubt that it was a late hit. So, we'll see what happens there. Helmet to helmet contact and it hurt a quarterback. You would assume there's going to be something coming from that. Okay, so as we come back from the timeout there, Texans do get a first down. It was not a fumble. Very clear that it was not a fumble. First down for the Texans, and the Colts had 12 men on the field and still gave up the first down. So they get the penalty. It's 1st and 10 here for the Texans from the 44-yard line, Colts side of the field. Getting the pressure, and they get the sack. We had pressure coming from both sides, and then Taven Bryan gets the sack. Great job all around by the Colts front right there. Wow. Wow. Great job. Samson Ebicom comes from one side. Tyquan Lewis came from the other. Both of those guys weren't able to get him because CJ Stroud stepped up, and Taven Bryan got off his matchup and was able to get the sack right there. Great job by the defense as a whole, interior and edge. All right, here we go. Trying to get set quickly. They do get the ball off. Getting pressure again from all the same guys. CJ Stroud rolling out and gets popped by Kenny Moore, going out of bounds. Great shot by Kenny Moore. He might be small, but he can hit some guys, man. He lowered his shoulder and just blasted CJ Stroud out of bounds. CJ Stroud tried to lower his shoulder and just got flown out of bounds right there. I don't know if that was a 1 or 2 yard gain. He didn't get much yardage out of that one. It's 3rd and 12 right here. Big time 3rd down. From this field position, they could hold them to a punt. If they get a whole lot of yardage here, like 8 or 9 yards or more, they could kick a field goal. This is a screen pass. We have Kenny Moore getting out there. Huge tackle for loss. Going back to the Texan side of the field. Kenny Moore doing it again, baby. Yeah, flex on him, Kenny. Flex on him. Different, bro. Kenny Moore is built different. Lightning in a bottle does it once again. Giant play on 3rd down to get off the field, forcing a punt here for the Texans. Just for reference, Damian Pierce and CJ Stroud both much bigger than Kenny Moore. And Kenny Moore having no problem having his way with those boys on the last 2 plays. Let's go, man. Kenny Moore shutting it down. Ooh, go. Colts got a little close to a block there. This is a really good punt. Oh, 25 could have stopped it at the 1, but this one rolls into the end zone. Great job. All right. Great job by the defense getting off the field. Kenny Moore coming up clutch. That right there is the kind of plays that if he's making all year, that's what's going to earn him a new contract. Odell Beckham Jr. ruled out for the Ravens. That is too bad, man. I hope he's okay. I've not seen any updates. I did not see anything about Odell. Really hope It's not that knee, man. That would suck, man. For real. I like Odell a lot. Really hope he's okay. All right, so let's refresh the page here. Looking at scores from around the league, the Titans are now up with the ball. They are up 17-14. The Buccaneers are up 20-10. Scored 10 points here in this third quarter to go up on Chicago. Jacksonville is now down 14-6. Jacksonville has the ball. Detroit is now up 21-14. Both teams scoring in the third quarter so far. The Ravens are up 20-10 right now on Cincinnati. Buffalo is up 20-10 on Las Vegas. And the Packers are up 17-9 on Atlanta. Man, I really thought Atlanta would be better. You know, it's a low-scoring game, which is what I expected. But without Aaron Jones and without Christian Watson, I really thought Atlanta would take advantage. But their offense just can't get going, man. Just can't get going. Desmond Ridder, clearly not the guy. At some point, Taylor Heineke, as I predicted in the offseason, at some point, Taylor Heineke is going to be taking over. That was inevitable, man. Desmond Ridder, just not an NFL quarterback. Like, I think Desmond Ridder, honestly, like I am an XFL fan. I watch the XFL games. Desmond Ridder in the XFL would be cool. So I'm not sure if we're playing second team or what. Wesley French is in the game for Ryan Kelly right now. Zach Moss, no, we do have starters in the game. Zach Moss, a good run on first down to get to another first down right there. Ryan Kelly being evaluated for concussion. Texans have a safety ruled out with concussion. Quick screen out to Michael Pittman Jr. here. Gets about 4 yards on that one. Nice little play there on first down. Set up a 2nd and 6. Second and 6, coming up on 8 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Passing the ball. Nice throw and catch there to Alec Pierce. Let's go. Alec Pierce getting involved. Love to see it. Love to see it. He was covered up last week a whole bunch. But Alec Pierce finally getting involved here. Gets a little bit of space. Does catch that ball. Nice job. All right, first down, plus side of the field. Throw and catch a little bit short there, but Michael Pittman Jr. goes and picks it up. Falls forward for an extra yard or two there. Sets up a 2nd and 3 here. I swear, if you're the offensive coordinator, you know, just run the ball. They know you're going to run the ball. Just run the ball. Impose your will right here. Nope. Another little quick pass to Michael Pittman Jr. And a first down. Love to see it. Yeah, I was afraid of this. This is Derek Stingley. Okay, so Derek on the last pass play, Michael Pittman Jr., when he caught that ball, he took helmet-to-helmet contact. But it looks like Derek Stingley Jr. is the one taking a knee right now. We'll see if they end up pulling Michael Pittman Jr. too. These defenders, man, I've noticed it with the Texans throughout this whole game. There are a lot, and a couple of the Colts players, Dallas Flowers at the beginning of the game, EJ Speed on the play in the red zone for the Texans. EJ Speed missed a tackle, but it was like he led with his helmet, and that play got called back. But I've noticed it on both teams, like guys leading with their helmets and hitting other guys in the helmet. Like, have we not learned? Like, how long does it take to figure out? Like, dude, you can't. You got to go lower, man. You got to go for like the abdomen and the chest. Like, what are we doing? Like, and it's not even trying, right? I'm mentioning because it's guys that aren't even trying. It seems like they're just straight leading with their head, not trying to wrap up or anything. Like, clean it up. Both sides of the ball need to clean it up. We can't have so many guys leaving games with concussions, dude. Can't have so many guys getting concussions. That's the main thing. Can't have guys getting concussions. Like, playing the football is one thing. You don't want guys getting hurt, and concussions have a lasting effect. So you just, look out for you guys, right? You know where you're supposed to hit. Start hitting there. At the end of the day, that comes down to coaching. You got to coach better. Doesn't look like any of these scores have changed since the last time that we updated. The Chargers have the ball now. Kansas City has the ball. Ooh, one score did change. Seattle put up another 3 points on Detroit. That's 21-17. Buffalo has the ball back up 28-10. And Cincy has the ball. All right, coming back for this third quarter. Yeah, that hit that I was mentioning. Yeah, shoulder went right into Derek Stingley's helmet right there. So we'll see if he comes back. Colts starting their drive, 1st and 10. Gardner Minshew lobbing one downfield. That one incomplete to the outside. Michael Pittman Jr. Ryan Kelly is officially out. Don't know if you guys can hear this game audio at all. All right, let's go put some points on the board. Coming up on 6.5 minutes to go. We're a 2nd and down at the 33-yard line, Texans side of the field. Passes is short to Josh Downs right there. Just a bad pass. He was open right there. Could have hit him for a nice little 5 or 6 yard gain. Just a bad pass right there by Gardner Minshew. All right. It's a big conversion, man. Keep some confidence, keep some momentum. Got to at least get into field goal range here to make it 31-10. Gardner, pass completed to Josh Downs. Going inside the 25. This is definitely going to be 4th down, but we are definitely going for it. Shane telling the offense to stay on the field. 4th and 1. Let's get this, man. Try and draw them off sides here. Don't know if they're actually going to run anything. Nope, we're taking a timeout. Doesn't look like we're trying to go for a field goal unit running onto the field. So, all right, man. Got us in the field goal range. We can go up 3 touchdowns right here. Defense has been doing their thing. The important thing about this drive, this offensive drive, is the fact that they were on the field for a long time. So defense got a chance to breathe. Those guys up front get a chance to catch a breather so they can get after the quarterback right here. Okay, so we got 42-yard field goal attempt. Matt Gay has the biggest kicker contract in NFL history. So I'll tell you what, he better make a 42-yarder. All right, in a dome, you better make a 42-yarder. Just under 6 minutes to go in this game. Here's a snap. There's the hold. Gets it up. Gets it barely inside the upright. The field goal is good. The Colts go up 31-10. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. All right. That was good, man. Getting points. Can't be mad about getting points. Most of our drives today have gotten points. In fact, I think the only drive that didn't get points was the one where Anthony Richardson came back in after sustaining the concussion, right? So pretty much all the drives collecting points. That's the only one that got a field goal. So Colts are doing great on offense today. Need to see that consistently continue to happen no matter which quarterback is in, but it's nice that we can feel good about Gardner being in the game. Okay, so as we refresh scores here, looking over at the Jacksonville game, that game is still 14-6. Jacksonville has the ball. That Tennessee game, they are just starting the fourth quarter. And Tennessee is still up 17-14. The Chargers have the ball, though. Buccaneers are up on the Bears, 20-10 still. Chicago has the ball. They're nearing the end of the third quarter there. Detroit has the ball nearing the end of the third quarter, up 21-17. Cincinnati has the ball down 20-10, but Cincinnati is in the red zone with just under 3 minutes to go in that game, or just over 2 minutes to go. I'm sorry. Coming up on the end of the third quarter, Buffalo has the ball up 28-10 against Las Vegas. And Atlanta down 12-17 with coming up or just under 3 minutes to go in that game. Tell you what, that Jacksonville game, I don't think anybody expected that one to be the lowest scoring game of the entire week. You know, I would have expected it to be Green Bay and Atlanta, but so far just 20 points between both the teams. I don't think anybody expected that to happen. All right, Colts with the kickoff. And that one, obviously touchback because you could even fair catch it for a touchback. Wow. Since week 13 of 2020, the Colts have as many wins in Houston as Houston does. That is kind of outrageous. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. This is going to be an offsides by the Colts, kind of a free play. But they end up getting 9 or 10 yards on the run anyways. Seeing what decision they make here. All right, so they take the 5 yards and keep it at 1st down instead of taking 2nd and short. Mike Evans out here doing his thing, man. People always underestimate him. 1st and 5 here for the Texans. They run the ball again, get to basically the exact same spot they got last time. Looks like, oh, no, never mind. Devin Singletary was rolling around on the bottom of that pile a little bit. I thought maybe he was hurt. Everybody's all right. It's going to be 2nd and 1 here for the Texans. Right about the 40-yard line. Devin Singletary in the backfield behind C.J. Stroud. Got a play action pass here. Screen pass out there. It is a 1st down, short gain. Who's that? Julian Blackman. Good job. Open field tackle to get the big guy on the ground. Who's that? Dalton Schultz. All right, 1st and 10, another run play. This one is short gain. Going to give him 3 yards here. Going to be 2nd and 7. Oh, look at that. I was about to say, oh, no, it's actually 2nd and 8. No, they did give the Texans a 2nd and 7 here. Another run play. This one at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the defense right there to close that hole. It is now 3rd and 7. All right, you don't want the Texans to get any confidence. You don't want to give them any momentum, right? You don't want them to score on this drive. If the Colts can get the ball back right here and then at least take a little time off the clock. You don't even have to score anymore. Just get the ball back, take some time off the clock before you give it back, right? This is where you start to manage the game right here. This is good throw by C.J. Stroud here. It was a low snap. C.J. Stroud had to pick this off the turf. Had a quick throw to Robert Woods. Real quick throw. Do think that was a good throw and catch, but there is no chance to challenge it. Dalton Schultz bobbles the ball right there. Wide open, bobbles the ball on 1st down. It's now 2nd and 10. Man, just a concentration drop right there. He tried to turn up the field. He had it right in his hands. And it just popped out of his hands. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Down the middle of the field again, Nico Collins. Just eating up that space in the middle of the field, man. It's another big play. This is, I don't know what that was, 20, 25 yards right there. Big chunk play by Nico Collins. He has 5 catches, 105 and a touchdown. He is on the bench in my fantasy team. That is too bad, man. C.J. Stroud, 1st down throw, gets another 1st down to the outside. Tank Dell for about 14 yards, 13 or 14 yards on that one. See what the defense can do. It'd be nice to see us be able to get a turnover right here. All right. Texans offense 1st and 10 from the 13. We'll see if this Colts defense can get a stop here. At least force a field goal. That'd be huge here. hits running back in the middle of the field. Dameon Pierce gets a 8 or 9 yard gain there. They're running the hurry up. Down at the 5 yard line, just inside the 5 yard line. Running the ball with Dameon Pierce. Great job to stack up the line, push him back to the 5 yard line. There's a penalty flag down. Offside on the defense, lining up in the neutral zone. 54 Dio Dangbo, his second offside penalty of this drive. It's what we talked about going into halftime, man. Penalties. You can't have penalties. Dio has 2 of them on this drive. So it's 1st and goal here. They run the ball. Stop Dameon Pierce at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2 yard line. Quiddy Pay, Zaire Franklin doing a good job. George Fant, another offensive lineman for the Houston Texans, coming out. I think that was their 5th starter. The guys that they expected to be starters coming into the year, I think that's the 5th one. Now he's coming out. So Texans having a lot of issues on the offensive line. All right, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Colts up 31-10. Not a whole lot going on in that 2nd quarter. Colts had a drive that took a lot of time off the clock, and then they kick a field goal, and then you have Texans taking, the last 6 minutes of the quarter to do their drive, and they're still driving. So not a whole lot going on. Let me refresh this page, see what we got going on around the rest of the league, and then I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. This water is running right through me. That's what happens when you break the seal. I did get a notification said that David Montgomery is ruled out of that Lions game with an injury, so he won't be back. See what Jahmyr Gibbs can do, being in a premier position, in a position where he has to touch the ball a lot. But right now, the Lions are up. There's 12 minutes to go. Lions are up 21-17. Seahawks have the ball. Look over to this Jacksonville game. They are just now getting to the end of the 3rd quarter. Still down 14-6, though, but they are in the red zone. Tennessee is now down 21-17. I think they were down when we checked in last time. They were down 21-17. So the Chargers now up on Tennessee. They're in the 4th quarter of that game. Chicago Buccaneers, that game has not changed, still 20-10. Cincinnati ended up scoring a touchdown. They are still down 20-17, though. Baltimore has the ball at the beginning of the 4th quarter. Beginning of the 4th quarter, Buffalo scored in that game, and they are now up 31-10. And Green Bay is now up 24-12 at the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Falcons, man, they just, man, I'm a big Arthur Smith guy. I'm somebody who really, really liked Arthur Smith, but Arthur Smith just not getting it done for them right now in Atlanta. All right, so we're coming back from this break. CJ Stroud is 17-25, 194 and a touchdown. Not terrible for the rookie, right? Not terrible for the defense. You're not giving up a bunch of yards. You want to see, what happened in the 3rd quarter start to slow down a little bit here coming up. But also we're getting to a point where a little bit garbage time, but I'd like to see the Colts offense take some time off the clock again. 2nd and goal here for the Texans. Handoff to the fullback. This one also getting stopped at the line of scrimmage. We're going to have 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line for the Colts.
Clock continues to run. I don't know about that call right there. Sometimes you just try and
All right, let's see what the Texans cook up. Colts have 100 rushing yards in this game. The Texans have 50 rushing yards. All right, big play in this game. Let's see. Stand up, defense. They're passing the ball. He's rolling around. He's passing. There's a flag on this play. He called it. I don't even know if they were going to call it a touchdown. There is a flag on this play, though. Looks like it's on the offense. Holding on the offense. Take that touchdown back. No, sir. Yes. Okay. So Kwity Paye was coming around the edge and this was Samson Ebicom coming around the edge to put pressure on, and he got yanked down by the offensive lineman. Okay, so I see why the flag was called. Probably not a real holding call, but whatever. But we get the sack on this one, baby. Let's go. Kwity Paye, Samson Ebicom meeting at the quarterback right there very quickly to get the sack. It is now 4th down. They're kicking the field goal. Great job by the defense. Let's go. Between the penalty and the sack forces a longer field goal. This is 36 yards. Ty Fairbairn's a very good kicker, but it's much longer than it should have been for the Texans here. The kick is up. Ooh, that one hooked just enough and got into the right upright. All right, so I'm going to take that bathroom break real quick. I will be right back. If you can hear me, I'm on my way back. I'm getting the water, everybody. We're back. We're back. Nice little bathroom break. Come back. Colts have the ball. It's 1st and 10. Oh, and getting popped in the backfield is Zach Moss. They might give him forward progress there. Ooh, the Seahawks are beating the Lions 24-21 right now. Chargers still up in that game. Will Anderson has 0 tackles in this game, only 1 quarterback hit. We're doing really nice against him. Good job by Braden Smith today. All right. Under 13 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Colts from the just under the 25-yard line. Going outside to Michael Pittman. That's a 3-yard gain right there. Going to set up 3rd and 7. All right, big 3rd down, man. We need to keep the defense off the field for a little while. Come on, offense. 6 for 9 on 3rd down. Let's make that 7 for 10, baby. Let's go. Big 3rd down here. Get the ball in Josh Downs' hands. No, we're quick screening to Michael Pittman. That's really close to a 1st down. I don't think he got it, though. There's a flag. An eligible man downfield. That is Wesley French, who's in for Ryan Kelly, a legal man downfield. They took the penalty, which is interesting, keeping us on the field, giving us another chance. Let's throw a deep shot. They want to play with us, right? They want to keep us on the field. Take the shot to Alec Pierce right now, no matter what, right? If you're going to punt the ball anyways, take the deep shot. Where's Alec? Oh, they are declining the play and instead going for the 4th and 1. Okay. That makes more sense. I was wondering what the decision was there, right? Interesting. Oh, the Ravens went up 27-17 on the Bengals. Bengals down big in the 4th. All right, Rigo on to punt. Under 12 minutes to go in this game. Coming up on 11 and a half. It's a giant punt to the 20-yard line, but there's too much room to run here. Gets up to the 33-yard line. Rigo's booming the ball, but he needs to start getting that thing out of bounds. He's giving guys too much room to run. Because that is a thing. I watch the Pat McAfee show. Pat McAfee talks about it all the time. He talks about how at the beginning of his career he could bomb balls, but he didn't know how to directional punt. So his net average was always really low, right around 40 yards. Now, the end of Pat's career ended up, like 46, 45, 46, 47. Those are elite numbers. But that's what we need from Rigo, man. Rigo, he's bombing balls right now, but his directional punting is not there, or at least our guys aren't getting there. But I mean, Rigo, he is bombing balls right now. So I'm not going to blame those Gunners for not being able to get there, right? They have to run 60 yards in 4 seconds. That's just not going to happen. So as we look through the scores of the league, the Falcons have put some points on the board. They're still down, though, with under 12 minutes to go in that game. They're down 24-19. The Bills have the ball in the red zone with 7 minutes to go in that game, up 31-10. Cincinnati has the ball down 27-17. Under 12 minutes to go. Detroit under 10 minutes to go, down 24-21 in that game. Chicago is down to the Buccaneers still, 20-10, under 10 minutes to go. Jacksonville still losing that game, 14-9. Kansas City has the ball. There's 13 minutes to go in that game. And Tennessee still losing that game. That game right around 6 minutes to go is 21-17, and the Chargers have the ball. So, tell you what, the way things are looking right now, if things finish the way they are right now, Colts would be tied for the lead in the division they would be second because they lost to the Jaguars. But we'd be right there, man, going and playing the Ravens next week, who are going to be a 2-0 football team. Now we have the Texans starting their drive. 1st and 10. It is a run. Gets 3 or 4 yards there.
Quarterback hits. I'm surprised he hasn't run himself more. Yeah, and that's something that Ohio State fans really clamored see him take off and run.
Yeah, Tyler, you're exactly right, man. Looking good on both sides of the ball. Looking good with both quarterbacks. Really like where we are right now. Special teams needs to be better, but we look good right now. 2nd and 7, throwing down the field, leaving a guy wide open. Think they're saying that he stepped out. He was so wide open there. I don't know how we let that happen. Luckily, he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, definitely stepped on the paint there. Robert Woods almost took that one the distance, man. That was a big play. Need to limit those big plays right there. Still plenty of time left in this game. Colts need to continue to take care of business here. We cannot relax on this. Texans 1st and 10. Getting the ball out. That is incomplete. I believe that was Dameon Pierce. Yeah, that's tough catch for a running back to make right there. I see what they were doing. Okay. They used Tank Dell to bring a guy down, got Robert Woods out in space doing a little bit of a wheel route. All right. CJ Stroud thrown to the middle of the field, who's at number 9. Jordan, I honestly couldn't tell you who that guy is. CJ Stroud, another good look, though. Once again, the middle of the field open. We have got to contain the middle of the field. That's where CJ Stroud wants to go with the ball. Going to the outside this time. He spins away from the guy on the outside, and they score a touchdown. Tank Dell scoring a touchdown, a quick touchdown. Man, can't be having that, man. That's what I was afraid of. That's why I wanted the offense to take time off the clock. Okay, because I'm not going to forget about what happened last year in Minnesota. Okay, we were up 33-0 going into halftime. We need the offense to stay on the field for a little while, take some time. Putting a field goal on the board would be great. Putting another touchdown on the board would be perfect. That's what we're looking for as we go along here. Gave up a very quick touchdown right there, man. Too many big plays on that drive. Not what we needed. All right, so let's go see what everybody else is doing. Yeah, Tank Dell, Nico Collins. Both people, people going to start knowing those dudes' names for sure, especially with a quarterback like CJ Stroud that can get them the ball. CJ Stroud not looking bad today. All right, that was a quick timeout break there. Tennessee is now up in that game. They just scored. They're going up 24-21 on the Chargers. Kansas City is in the red zone, though, against Jacksonville, up 14-9. All right. Here comes the kickoff. Almost certainly going to be a touchback. It is a touchback. Yeah, I've noticed in this game, Tyler, that they're having like Eric Johnson and Taven Bryan play more since we got to the early lead. So I feel like that has something to do with it. I feel like we could be generating more pressure, but they're not playing those key guys as much. I think they were on that last drive, so not really any excuse, but you definitely like to see our guys get home more. Oh no, Jared Goff pick six, Seattle up 31-21. That game's starting to look like the Colts game from last week with the Jaguars. That's a great comparison, dude. That's a great comparison. Yeah, the first down run for 8 yards, got 2nd and 2 coming up. Nice first down run here. Nice little tough first down. Don't do anything crazy here. Hold on to the ball. That's the major thing. And pick up first downs. We need to keep taking chunks of time off the clock. But yeah, I do love that comparison, dude. A lot of Frank Gore and Zach Moss right there. Yeah, just like Damian Pierce, always falling forward. Yeah. Yeah, Zach Moss always falling forward. And he like this play, they just showed the replay. I just saw the replay here. I understand I'm probably behind some of the people watching here. They the fact that he can actually see the holes that Deion Jackson was missing all of last week is fantastic. I love that. Let's see what we do here on first down. Another run play. Tough running. Jeez, man. He got popped, stayed on his feet, and again, falls forward. Nice little 2-yard gain. Got something out of nothing. Yeah, bro. When JT gets back and we put JT in the lineup with Anthony Richardson, assuming Anthony Richardson's going to be able to stay on the field at some point, this offense has a chance to really do something special. For real, dude. All right, 2nd and 8 here for the Colts. See what we can do here. 7.5 minutes to go. We're running the ball again. Good idea. Gets up there for a 3-yard gain. The way they've been spotting us this game, they'll probably spot us for 2. That was a 3-yard gain, though. All right. 3rd and 4 here for the Colts, coming up on 7 minutes. This is where I want to see them start to take the clock down to 3, 4, 5 seconds every single play. You don't have to be in a hurry here. Kill the clock. You're up 2 scores. You want to give the Texans as little possibility to come back as possible. Smart decision. Throw it down to the running back. It's going to be a 4th and short. Punt the ball. Don't do anything cute. Give him the ball back. They threw the offense back on the field real quick. Uh-oh. Bro. They burned a timeout, making them burn a timeout. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Shane. Let's go, coach. That's that football nerd stuff that people have been talking about with Shane Steichen, the fact that he was able to create that situation. I love that, dude. Give Shane Steichen a lifetime contract, dude. The way the offense is working, these coaching decisions. Come on, give me Shane Steichen, baby. Oh, I love that. Okay. Bro, imagine we fake punt this right here. Nope, we are punting it away. Ooh, that almost got blocked. Fair catch way forward, caught at the 12-yard line. Texans, with exactly 6 minutes to go, will be starting their drive down 11 from the 12-yard line. All right. And they only have 2 timeouts. That's great news for later in the game. Gives Colts a little bit of leeway, but still, you want to see the defense dude, do exactly what the Texans were just doing, right? This is those situations like bend, don't break. Don't give up the deep shot, right? Sit back in your shell, but I'd rather give up, the little shots to the running back and let the running back keep getting 8-yard chunk plays and then run your defense in the red zone. That's exactly what I would do in this situation. 6 minutes left. You let them burn time, but you're not letting them get deep shot. Get chunk plays. You can't let them get plays between 15 and 25 yards or more. You just can't have it. This is where you need to make the Texans burn time. Or if they want to try to take those shots, then it's going to be more risky for them. You have to put them in precarious situations. If they want to take those shots, you have to get after the passer. This is where you want to see those blitzes that were working in the first half, right? Kenny Moore coming out of the slot, EJ Speed coming up the middle untouched. Start dialing it up right here. Bring those back. This is where you get aggressive, man. This is Gus Bradley last year. If there's any criticism to this defense, it's that Gus Bradley, when we had leads, would get relaxed in the 4th quarter. And I don't understand that mindset. Maybe it's just like how I was raised and how I was coached growing up. Like, this is go for the kill territory, right? Go straight for the throat. And when you're up on a team, man, you got to put them away and give them no hope. No hope, right? Going up 28 would have been huge. You got to go pedal to the metal. And if you're not going to score on offense, the defense has to keep doing it, right? Especially when they had time to rest. Like, it's not like they're on the field too much. The offense gave them time to rest, and then they came out, let up a quick touchdown. So hopefully they can be better coming up on this drive. Like to see a little more aggression here, right? Because you got a rookie quarterback in his second start. Be aggressive, man. Make him uncomfortable. Put somebody in his face. All right, here we go. First down for the Texans. Was that a catch? That was not a catch, Tank Dell. Looked like it was a little too high. 2nd and 10 for the Texans. Yeah, I like a lot of things about Fox. I like Troy Aikman and Buck a lot, so I like the Thursday nights. Those games are usually trash. This year could be different with the way they're doing it, but I like Troy Aikman and Buck and when they do it. Here we go, second down and 10. Run play in the backfield. Let's go, baby. Great job, man. And now that they ran the ball, the clock is just going to continue to run. We have a 3rd and 11 here. Looks like they're going to be running a little bit of a hurry up. Nope. Making substitutions. They are huddling up. All right, they're letting time run off the clock here. 3rd and 11, coming up on 5 minutes. He's dropping back. He's passing. This is going to be short. 4th down, baby. 4th down. Clock keeps running. It's 4th and 3 right now. This is a situation you don't even mind if they pick it up. Just make sure you're running cover 3. Make sure your linebackers, your nickel, if that's what you're running, get those guys leveling out the second level as like a second layer of cover 3. Don't let anything past you or in between you. 4th and 3 here. Yeah, went right in between 2 guys there. It's whatever. It's a short gain. You're fine with that. 1st and 10, there's 4.5 minutes to go. They've already killed a minute and a half. Let's go CJ Stroud. 1st and 10 for the Texans. Incomplete pass. There is 4:20 to go. Happy 4:20, everybody. We were in the 4th quarter. Love to see it. All right. Need defense to come up big, man. 4 minutes to go. Down 11 points. At this point, it will be difficult for them to come back as long as we don't let up a super quick touchdown here, like a big play. Need the defense to keep doing what we're doing, man. All that short stuff, keep them in bounds. Keep everything in front of you. Like what we're doing right now on defense. It's 2nd and 10, 4:20 to go, 29-yard line. He's dropping back. He's rolling out, looking downfield. He throws the ball downfield, and it's out of bounds. All right, 4:12 to go in this game. It's 3rd and 10. Who's that? Shaq. Good job by Shaq, keeping a good level, good angle on CJ Stroud so that he couldn't turn that corner on him. Great job by the defense all around. CJ Stroud, though, makes such good decisions. Every time he's had an opportunity to get the ball away and throw it out instead of, running out of bounds for a loss or taking a sack, he's done it. So here we go, 3rd and 10, quick throw into the slot. Nico Collins getting away from guys that are down inside the 40-yard line on the Colts side of the field with 4 minutes to go. Exactly what we didn't need right there. It was a big play. That's that soft Gus Bradley coverage, man. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Just letting them catch the ball in the middle of the field. Nobody even close to covering them right there. Gets another 1st down inside the 30-yard line here for the Colts. 3.5 minutes to go. We need a momentum killer here right now. Another short completion here. This one for 7 yards, going to be 2nd and 3. 2nd and 2, okay. That looked like a 7-yard gain, but they gave him an extra. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 2 from the 22-yard line. About 22 and a half. CJ Stroud dropping back. Went for the quick pass. Let's go. Gets a sack. What a huge moment. Who is that? Number 92 getting a massive sack right there. Bro, that's a good question. I know this roster up and down. I didn't know we had a dude at defensive end named Martin. I look at the depth chart multiple times a week. I have no idea who this dude is. I'm not going to lie to you. 5 sacks. Colts haven't given up a single sack. Great job by the fronts of both sides of the ball. Holy cow. Love to see that, man. Kind of expected that coming into this game with the situation, but even still, love to see that. Is that the DT rookie? He's skinny, skinny for a DT. Look at that. 3rd and 13. Pass was too high. CJ Stroud looks like he was just throwing the ball because he wanted a penalty. And that, my friend, is why you don't just beg around for a penalty. Play the game. That's a bad. What's he asking for a penalty for, bro? Stop crying, dog. From Northwestern. Oh, that's I don't know how to pronounce his actual name. They call him Tommy, Tomi. Tommy Ade something something. Here we go. 46-yard field goal. Just got blocked, but I think they're calling offsides. There is a flag. I think it's Dio Dangbo again. Oh, it was a false start. Oh. Man. Getting a freak. How does that not still count? Since when is that a thing for false start? What? That's too bad. All right. Well, now it's a 51-yard field goal. See if we can block this one. Looks like he hooked it. Yep, field goal, no good, baby. That pretty much all but seals up this win. 31-20, baby. 2:41 to go in this game. Absolutely amazing, baby. That right there, I bet he was in his head, especially with those hands going up right in the middle. The last one got blocked. He's probably worried about that one getting tipped too. All right, just take care of the ball. Let's close this one out, man. First and 10 run, gets 2 yards. I'll tell you what, it feels real good to be 1-1, doesn't it? Feel real good.
Meanwhile, Tampa Bay is up 10 on the Bears, who are about to go when it's left to 0-2. Last timeout used by the Texans during that last play.
Oh, shoot. Tennessee is in overtime right now as the Colts go with the second down run. That one looks like it gets another 2 or 3 yards, depending on the spot. And Zach Moss, I think he's had every carry today, right? They haven't even let Deion Jackson in the game. I don't think Jake Funk's been in the game. It's been all Zach Moss. Good job, man. Love having him back.
Such a huge difference. Zach Moss back in, of course, contract issue with Jonathan Taylor.
And then right after I say that, they bring up the graphic. Yeah, all the yards in the running game by running backs are by Zach Moss today. Great job, man. I'll tell you what. Like, I was a big Nyheim Hines fan. Real nice to have traded Nyheim Hines for Zach Moss. Oh, yeah. Texans have a super bright future, bro, for sure. Yeah, really bright future. I like D'Amico a lot as a coach. I honestly was pushing. When back in like November, I was telling people that I wanted the Colts to draft Anthony Richardson in the draft. And then when it sounded like Anthony Richardson might go number 1 to Frank Reich, and that didn't seem like the craziest thing in the world, I started saying, okay, I hope to God CJ Stroud goes to the Colts at 4. So totally think CJ Stroud going to be a superstar in this league. He's shown in this game alone that he's really good, right? He can find the soft spots. He's composed under pressure. He makes smart decisions. CJ Stroud going to be a very good quarterback. And Will Anderson, he'll figure it out. He had a really good week 1. Had what 1 or 2 pressures early. Hasn't really done much other than that. Hasn't been a factor really in the run game either. I know it was either earlier in the 4th quarter or there at the end of the 3rd, they brought it up that he had 0 tackles, only 1 QB hit. So, he'll figure it out though. Will Anderson is a monster. He's one of those guys that's supposed to be playing on Sundays. So I think they have a really bright future as well. They seem to have a lot of really good receivers around them. You would expect John Mechty at some point to really start to get involved with the team. Dalton Schultz, as he starts to figure things out, I think he's a good tight end, and Dameon Pierce I like a lot. So really bright future there. They're going to be in trouble as long as that offensive line is out, though. 4 of those guys are on injury reserve, so they're not going to have next week or the week after that. So Texans are in trouble for a little while, but definitely for future years, yes. They're 100% going to be a problem for a little while. Yeah, being 1 and nice. 1-1 is nice because, you don't have to hear about the undefeated. Doesn't matter what anybody says. I don't care who we played this week. It doesn't matter, bro. We didn't lose. That's all I care about. Boy. That Lions game, I'm just seeing the Lions had the ball. 2 seconds left in the red zone, down 31-28. I'd love to know what's happening in that game. Refreshing right now. See if that Tennessee game is over, though. Can't believe that went to over. I picked Tennessee, so self-righteously, I want Tennessee to win that game, but it would be nice if they lost that game. That's still 24-24. Here we go. Colts game is back on. Colts are a 3rd and 5 here, coming out of the 2-minute warning. Nice little option. Just be smart. Yeah, go down. Gets 3 yards right there. 4th and 2. Yeah, I'd go for it right here also. Yes, please go for it. You either in the game or you give them the ball back. Who cares? We get the Rams after the Ravens, though. I love that. Okay, yeah, this is the move. Run the clock down, take a timeout, run a play, then end the game. Don't even give the chance. Like, I don't want the defense to give up any more yards. I want them to give up some garbage time touchdown late. Let's just go for it here on 4th down. Run the real offense real quick for one more play. Pick it up. Go home.
Came over from the Eagles. Enough to be said of a difference he's already made a little bit in the style. And he got credit for coaching a veteran like Rivers and then Justin Herbert and then what he did with Jalen Hurts. That's Anthony Richardson, who we saw clips of before.
Oh, by the way, Seattle, Detroit did go to overtime. I did refresh this. They did go to overtime, 31-31. Atlanta has the ball down by 2 points, under 3 minutes to go. Baltimore has the ball up 3, under 3 minutes to go. Rigo here with the punt on 4th and 3. Absolutely crushed this bomb. Oh, my goodness. And the coverage got there this time. He's down at the 8-yard line. Come on, Lions, baby. Love to see the Lions get a win, man. Like to see the Falcons win because I picked them. I'd like to see the Bengals win because I picked them. Like to see Detroit win because I picked them. Like to see the Titans win because I picked them. All right. Come on, defense. Just be smart, man. Nothing crazy. They get out of bounds. Should be 2nd down. Yep, 2nd down. Minute 3 to go. And hey, man, if you're going to cut out, I know this is pretty much over. If you're going to cut out, I do appreciate you coming to hang out. I understand there's not a whole lot of us here hanging out right now, but I enjoy doing this stuff. Going to be watching game anyways. Might as well have some of you guys here kicking it with me. Especially being able to talk to somebody during the game is cool. So appreciate you guys coming by as we have 2nd and 1 here. Taking it to the outside, another short dump off.
Impressive numbers, 19 of 23, touchdown over 70 yards, maintain control of the offense and use the running.
Gardner Minshew in this game was 19 of 23, 171 for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson was 6 of 10 for 56 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns on the 35 rushing yards. So great day all around. I don't believe we had a single turnovers, no fumbles for the Colts. Michael Pittman Jr. fumbled on the first play of the game, but it went out of bounds. Getting pressure on C.J. Stroud, he rolls out. Great defense by the Colts. DJ Baker right there. Great defense for the pass breakup. C.J. Stroud in this game is 27 of 40 for 349 and 2 touchdowns. They've been down a bunch in this game. They had to throw a bunch. Completion percentage isn't there, but he hasn't been turning the ball over, so that's good. Ooh, we're going to go Seahawks Lions when this one's over. Okay. Oh, Kenny Moore, bro. I know Robert Woods. Homie's like 33 years old. Those ribs going to be bruised tomorrow after that hit. Holy cow. 3rd and 5 here for the Texans. Another short open pass. It's like Baltimore did finish that one off. 27-24 Baltimore.
Schedule mentioned it a moment ago. They close the regular season at Indianapolis.
All right.
Will not have their 3rd win in Houston in the last 21 Texan home games, and the Texans only have 2 home wins.
Yeah, sooner or later, brother. Sooner or later. Thank you. Appreciate you, Dad. Appreciate you coming to hang out. I know this wasn't on one of the national broadcasts today. Can't just go on to a streaming service or something or go on TV and watch this one. So don't know if you were able to watch it, but I got you. So I don't know about you guys. I want to see what happens in this Detroit game. I'm just going to keep going till this Detroit game's over. I want to see who wins that game. I really like Detroit this year. I want to see if they're able to close out what they're doing in overtime. I know some of these other 1 o'clock games are ending. C.J. Stroud, 2nd and 10, 20 seconds left here. Throwing to the outside, incomplete.
Colt defense have an early takeaway, 5 sacks of Stroud. So with 88 passes for Stroud.
Tennessee wins that game in overtime. Tennessee beats the Los Angeles Chargers. C.J. Stroud got 10 seconds left. Another middle of the field pass. John Mechie getting another little catch here. Dude, just let the time run out. Somebody tell the kid in his helmet to just let the time run out. What are we doing, bro? You have 1 second left. Can we just say, hey, run the clock off? Bro, your stats aren't that important, bro. Get over yourself. Over here wasting our time, dog. One of my biggest pet peeves, maybe my biggest pet peeve in life is wasting my time. This is all this is a waste of time, dude. Freaking CJ Stroud. Of course, it's the Texans, right? Come on, get. Yeah, take that sack. DeForest Buckner getting a sack to end the game. Yeah. Good job taking another play, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you end the game. On your ass all day long. Not supposed to cuss on this channel. I might get talked about for that one, but we'll see what happens. All right, take me to this Detroit game. Come on. Bonus coverage. Where are we at? No. Stream I'm watching isn't covering that game. All right, let me see if I can get that back. Like to watch the end of that real quick. DK Metcalf? I thought DK Metcalf wasn't supposed to come back. I got a notification earlier that said he wasn't coming back. All right. So Colts beat the Texans. We're now watching the overtime, the final of this overtime. Lions at Seahawks. Seahawks are in the red zone right now. Looks like they just scored a touchdown. Seahawks scored a touchdown to put it away. Tyler Lockett at the end of the game. And they beat the Lions. Both teams now going 1-1. That's too bad. I thought the Lions would win this game. Yeah, Tyler Lockett, dog. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Geno Smith with a nice game too, man. Nice bounce back game from the Seahawks. This goes to show you that what you see in week one is absolute BS, man. Like, it just doesn't matter what you see in week one. Most teams look way different in week two. Seahawks came out, put up 37 points, man. Geno Smith played well. The defense got a touchdown for the Seahawks in this game. What a good game, man. It's too bad this wasn't one of the 4 o'clock games. I would have loved to have watched this game live. Like to watch all the Lions games I possibly can this season. That was just so simple. 32 is just being lazy, bro. 32 is being late. He didn't need to pay attention to the inside. Homie was already covered. That's just being lazy, getting caught with your eyes in the backfield, bro. Watch what you're doing. Who is that? What's his name? That Brian Branch? Yeah, that's the rookie. Yep. Yeah. He'll learn, right? They'll talk to him about that in film study. Oh, they got away with a little bit of a hold there. Definitely just got held twice on one play. They could have called him right there. All right. All right, everybody. Again, thank you for coming by, man. It's cool doing this. 1 o'clock every week. Colts got disrespected this year. All our games are at 1 o'clock. So I will see you guys 1 o'clock every week. If there's anything different, if anything comes up in life and I'm not going to be around, and there are a couple things that come to mind, I might not be around, but we'll have to see. I will let you guys know, try to let you guys know on the channel ahead of time. Well, this has been great, man. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out. And I will talk to you guys. I'll be doing a post-game show, kind of put all my thoughts into it, for people that didn't watch the game and that just go and want to know just kind of, what happened. There'll be something there for them. But going to be out on the channel again today. Have some ideas for videos tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and I will talk to you guys shortly. All right. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other.